This is DJ Stormshock live from Radio Free Charlotte.
Hello everyone, this is Nameless here, and I'm here with DJ Stormshock. He's a local DJ here in Charlotte who's actually done a couple of venues. So, tell us about yourself.
My name's DJ Stormshock. I started DJing when I was 16 years old in high school, just generally at a couple of high school parties that we threw, nothing big. I'm currently a student here at UNC Charlotte, and I actually am very, very much into the dance music scene here in Charlotte and have played quite a few events.
So you've been DJing since you were 16 years old. How old are you now?
I'm 19 years old.
You're
now.
19 years old.
Yes, I am.
So how does one even become a DJ? It was only a couple of years ago that these were even considered instruments. So
Yeah, well, my story is actually kind of happenstance. A friend of mine who he's a DJ up at NC State. His name's Remix Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
He and I kind of came into our own, wanting to learn how to DJ and come together with some music. And when we were in high school together at a school of science and math, there was another DJ there who basically ran all of the parties and things like that. He's a DJ at UNC Chapel Hill. His name's Edward Patch. He goes by EPZ. He is probably the biggest influence on me, and I'm so thankful that I've actually had him do all the things he's done. He got me started. He gave me the program that I'm using now.
And what program is that? What program is that?
This is Traktor Pro 2. Very, very, very good program. Good for a lot of controllerists and even some turntablists. And it's been my bread and butter since day one.
So he gave you the things that you got started with. What would you say your genre of music is?
My biggest general genre of music, I guess, would be... I like the overall scheme of EDM, but if I had to pick one subsect of EDM, it would probably be trap.
Trap?
Mm.
Tell me a little bit about trap.
Trap is generally anywhere in the 140 to 150 BPM range. Loud, heavy bass hits, lots of snares, hi-hats. Generally good music to listen to, especially if you're trying to get hype. I actually wish they played a lot at the football games that we have here on campus because I feel like everybody in the crowd would just be on their feet, just going with it.
Where does one even begin?
Well, I guess my story here in Charlotte began with the former station manager for Radio Free Charlotte, DJ MVEE. I met him when I first moved to Charlotte, and he was probably the biggest help in me getting off the ground here. He basically helped me relearn how to DJ on different setups because I'd basically been using nothing but just laptop, standard small controller, nothing special. And he gave me everything I needed to get started here in Charlotte. A lot of experience, a lot of know-how, a lot of crowd checks, things to know, people to know, places to know. So venues, promoters, fellow DJs.
Speaking of venues, where have you played?
I've done a few events here on UNC Charlotte's campus, dance marathon for the kids. We've actually had 2 DJ competitions here on campus I've competed in. I've also played at Phoenix in Uptown.
Phoenix.
I
guess you just knew the right person. Sorry, I'm a little shocked because Phoenix is there's some big people that play at Phoenix. For you guys that don't know, Phoenix is downtown Charlotte, close to 300th Street. A lot of the college students like to hang out there. What is it like creating music with this software? Obviously, making music isn't easy.
Oh, no. This is actually my live production software, so this is when I'm playing live, this is what I use. When it comes to producing in studio, I use Abelton Studio 9, which is actually superb audio productions device. I use it for pretty much anything, and it comes with a lot of tutorials for anyone who's looking to get started. A lot of the bigger name producers, Hardwell, Tiesto, David Getta, they all use Ableton just as general production machines, and some of them have graduated to where Ableton is basically something they just have with them whenever they're on the road, and they're just trying to produce something that's very general, very nice, not hard to work with at all.
So then what would you say to other people that want to get into this genre of music, trap?
Well, first off, in this day and age, it's so key to have your own sound. So there are like a lot of new producers who have come up recently who are they have their own very distinct sound. And without that, you're not going to survive in this business. And it's kind of hard to find out that because, not everybody has their own sound. I mean, you could listen to Martin Garrix. Martin Garrix is younger than me. Martin Garrix is 18 years old.
18.
He's 18 years old. He has his own distinct sound that whenever any of his music plays, it's his music. You've got Zomboy, who has this really nice, harsh dubstepy sound, but it's really, really good.
I've heard of him.
The newer guys, Lookas, Kazo, they're big in the scene. Kazo's more of a hardstyle DJ, but Lookas is just superb trap DJ, and just he's going places in his role.
What is the scene like?
The scene itself is, well, I guess I have to respond to that question with the question: are we talking about the EDM scene, as in like the club lifestyle scene, so like attending events, things like that? Or are you talking about the behind the scenes, you know, how the musicians and things are?
Unload on us. Like, I want to know everything that you are completely comfortable with telling. Like, what is behind the stage, up on the stage, when people reach for you, when you make music, when you put it out, like, what is it like? Like, what's something that someone outside of the scene would not know?
Well, I can tell you this right now. A lot of the DJs who you would think don't actually like each other are actually pretty close friends. I actually work for GFW, which is a production company here in Charlotte, and we put on a lot of big shows and things like that.
We're going to pick up Zach on UNCC's campus. Big props to Zach. Oh my God, dude. A little bit. Sorry. First of all, you are a giant fat. You don't even be jumping on me, dude. You almost took my knee out. Sorry, dude.
The past like 3 hours have been like this. It's horrible.
So everybody knows your set times. First and foremost, let's go over your set times. You don't come on stage until it's your time to play.
Drugs.
Guys, we do not do drugs, okay?
You just don't.
1, 2, 3, GFW!
And we had an event back in December for Billionaires, which is an apparel company here in Charlotte as well. We had an outside stage, and we were kind of running low on things out there that we didn't have. So we contacted a local DJ here in Charlotte. His name is Joe Bell, and he brought CDJs and a mixer for us to use outside, which was really, really helpful. I mean, there are a lot of DJs who we've thrown a lot of shade overall towards David Getta, because he's been accused of playing pre-recorded sets and basically going up on stage and being a button pusher and just pressing play and then like messing with knobs, but the knobs aren't actually doing anything because it's playing through one channel and nothing's actually hooked up.
So you're telling me like live shows for artists that sing, that could be fake outs?
It's basically like lip syncing, which is why it's so hard now to defend DJing as an art form, because the problem that we have is everyone thinks of us as professional iPod controllers. So there are the guys out there who are the professional turntablists. You've got Craze.
Break it down.
You've got Skratch Bastid. You got Inferno. You got Easy, which is a group that Inferno is also a part of, with another DJ, Shiftee.
Okay.
You got DJ Jazzy Jeff, who's one of my idols as far as turntablism goes. And these are the guys who have been here, who have been perfecting this art form for years and years and years. And, you know, they're the guys who basically are the reason why there's actually a hashtag circulating around now, which is hashtag real DJing, because no one wants to perpetuate that all we do is go up there, press play. So you'll see these guys up there just scratching away, flipping, doing tricks with the turntables, things that you wouldn't see in this day and age with people who have controllers. And those are the guys who I idolize because they're the ones who are the reason why we even have that ability to have this kind of job.
I've actually heard about that stereotype a little bit. Every now and then on the net I see a meme that says, "Come and see my computer live." And that I guess, now that you told me that definitely burns you a special type of way. So how do you combat that? Like you as a DJ, what do you do to combat that stereotype, to share the music that you love with everyone, and to basically avoid any negativity?
Well, the other thing is that while being a button pusher is technically a bad thing, it's also kind of a good thing because there are guys who will produce songs like that and they play live. So technically, being a button pusher is negative when it comes to using this type of software. But these are guys who play in Abelton, like Madion, Masonic. A friend of mine, his name's Marasso.
Mm-hmm.
He actually plays on an Ableton rig live, and he plays out of Ableton. It's a lot of work to get everything set up and memorize. Like, oh, here are the keys.
So
this button does
Ableton
this.
is the one where the colors, right?
Yes.
Like the pad of the colors.
Mm-hmm. That's the Corg Launchpad. It's a very, very useful piece of equipment, actually. And it's really good to play live with because it's really responsive. You can set off chains of things like that. And, yeah, there's a lot of interesting colors to play on. And you can set it to do either just trigger single sounds or set it to an instrument. So you can set it to a synth. You can set it to a keyboard.
So do you see yourself doing something like that in the future? Like, where is your transitioning point at this point? Or are you comfortable where you're at right now?
I'm comfortable where I am, but I am getting more into production day in, day out. At some point, I would like to get to the point where I could possibly play live in Ableton. However, the industry standard is DJ, 2 CDJs, DJM 900.
There's a friend of mine named Nikolas Leap. He's on the scene too.
Nikolas Leap.
You know
I
Nikolas
know
Leap?
Nikolas Leap.
You
Yes.
do. I really like his music, and
Oh yes, no, I absolutely love his music. He's got a really nice sound. It's odd because it's what Knife Party used to be. That's where I peg his sound as going. But with the recent album that Knife Party's put out, his sound is now more unique because it's not what they sound like anymore. It's what they used to sound like, and you could say he copied it, but at the same time, he didn't sit in the studio with Rob Swire and Garrett, watching them make these songs and picking and piecing out off everything they've done to try and recreate their sound. No, he did all this on his own.
And that's what I find to be particularly incredible. Just the fact that you are 19 years old now. Jeez, when I was 19 years old, I think it was my first year of college. I wasn't even ballroom dancing. I really wasn't doing much. I wasn't producing shows. I did used to work with Radio Free Charlotte, but even then it was a night show. And yet all of these artists. You're already in the scene. You know of Nikolas Leap. You know of the techniques that Madion uses. For a lot of people, it would actually be really difficult to even get to this point. Like the fact that you've even started. Again, from my perspective, utterly amazing.
The way I look at it is, whether you want to get started or not, especially in this industry, there's always time. I mean, the music is here. I know people who are in their 30s and 40s and are just now getting started, but they're getting out there. They're producing. They're DJing live. They're doing all of these different things that you wouldn't expect to come out of these people. And it's not just a hobby. It is actually becoming kind of a way of life. It's really interesting to look at that because you see it generally as being, this is how we live. This is what we do. We're not going up there and doing this for the money. We're doing it for the people. The crowd response. I get on stage, I look out at the crowd, and it's just all the energy they give me, I try to give back to them with every song I play, regardless of what it is. And I feed off of them, they feed off me. And I do it for them. I don't do it for me. I don't do it for that check I get at the end of the night, and regardless of how big or small it is. It's just, I always do it, generally trying to make the best of every show.
And I'd like to thank you again for meeting me today. Is there anything else that you want to say?
I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed, and I'd definitely like to once again give a great thanks to Remix Jenkins at NC State, EPZ at UNC, and DJ MV here at UNC Charlotte.
Thank you again so very much for meeting me. We're going to continue meeting with other artists throughout the Charlotte community and hopefully hear some of their music too. As soon as you produce something, let us know.
Oh, most
we'll put it up on our channel. We'll definitely broadcast you. Not that you would really need our help, but this has been Nameless Comedy, and this is DJ
Stormshock.
All right. Thank you very much. Catch you later, bud.
Hey guys, I wanted to thank DJ Stormshock again for allowing me to interview him. And I also wanted to let other local Charlotte artists know that if you have something really, really cool to show or just want to be interviewed by me, feel free to PM me. I'll get into contact with you right away. But I had a lot of fun making this video and learned a lot about trap music, turntablism, and DJing. So because of that, I want to put all of the videos of which I used to make this video in their entirety in a playlist below called A Lean Back. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really enjoyed making this video. I want to share that with you. And feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys like what you saw. Also, I have a couple of other video projects that I will be working on. I'm trying to finish a video once every week. So hope to see you guys soon. Nameless.